the Premier League tonight, starting at Goodison Park. Really good result at Manchester City ahead of this, and somehow capitulated against Brighton.
Well, they were looking for a penalty early on there. Tom Davies with a header, looking to play it back across goal. Outstretched arm. Obviously they had to look at it, decided nothing doing. Yeah, I think had it been given, it wouldn't have been overturned either. I think it was one of those decisions, Richard. But from then it was a catalogue of mistakes. That one there. Then Conor Cody doesn't come over quick enough and sense the danger. And before he does, and he doesn't do an awful lot, Matoma finishes it off too. It's all too easy. And you know, sometimes when you go away to a team like City and you have to defend deep and then you don't have a lot of the ball, it's an easier performance than when you're at home and you have to take the initiative. And Everton really struggled today. Really struggled.
Name me an Everton signing in the last 5 years that's made them better.
I've told you about recruitment. I think it's been shocking, Richard. It's been shocking. Nice little goal. Then Ferguson finally gets his goal, young man. It's a simple tap in for him. So that's 2 and 2 for the young man. Looks like Brighton might have found themselves a nice little front man there.
Little.
Ah, big.
Yeah.
Big. And again here, how easy is this, Richard? Look, wanders across, people falling in front of him, nobody gets to the football. It's just too easy.
That's embarrassing. That's what it is.
It's too easy.
Comedy cake.
Solly March with this goal, but it's all he doesn't have to do a lot. I mean, watch James Tarkowski as he comes across. Oh, he got flat in his back. Nobody does anything. Idrissa Gueye goes with his arms behind his back.
I think having lost his feet, Tarkowski's trying to block it.
And I think this sums up right now where Everton are back there. Idrissa Gueye, who he was trying to find, I don't know, or did he just purely miskick it? Trying to find the goalkeeper who's well out of his 18-yard box then. I mean, sure. I've got no idea who that was for. Honestly, I have no idea. Pascal Gross would have finished. And I'm amazed that Evertonians were still there by the end, because they must have been furious at what they were watching.
I think he goes tonight. If not tonight, I think he goes.
You think he's on that bad?
He might hang on to the cup tie, but that's against Manchester United, so that's not an easy one, isn't it?
That's on Friday, isn't it? Penalty late on here. Robert Sanchez flattens Iwobi. There's no argument. It's only it's not even a consolation. You said it was a consolation. It's not even. There's nothing that could be gained that would even be a consolation for Everton tonight. It's just an embarrassment. And that's on the back of a 2-1 home defeat to Wolves.
But a really good point at Manchester City.
Different.
But they played really well.
Different, Richard. Different. I said to you, not good enough. I'm not sure they know what they're doing when they've got the football. How they get the ball from back to front. Does it go straight from back to front? Does it go long? Does it go short passes? I don't know. It doesn't seem to me like the guys don't know.
You think he's got to go?
I think he's under massive pressure. Everton have got a decision to make in the next 24 hours for me. They really have, and a big one. A big one. I don't know. But you see, the thing is,
Forest win tomorrow.
You see, I don't like to stand here and say people should lose their jobs. I really don't. But you have to look at how long has Frank been there? A year. Are Everton any better off than when he took over? Does it look like we've moved forward to any degree?
No.
It doesn't.
No. No.
So, that's a tough one. So I mean, I wouldn't like to be making the decisions, but I think he's definitely. You're right. He must be under enormous pressure tonight.
It's much better than Everton's beaten 4-1 at home tonight. Everton by Brighton. Here is their coach.
Roberto, to win away from home in the Premier League is impressive, but to score 4 goals in the process, how do you reflect on that result tonight?
Sincerely, I didn't like the first half, but the game was difficult, no? Because Everton is always a good team, and winning Premier League is always difficult. But in the second half, we played better, we played well. And the problem, the goal we had conceded, but 4-1 is a very important result.
What didn't you like about the first half? You led 1-0, you hit the post. What was it you didn't like?
Well, there was the possibility to go out in build-up, for example, without the ball in defensive phase. I didn't like. There were some problem in the first half, but we have to improve. No, I'm happy for the result, for sure, but I am honest, no, and we have a lot of space to improve.
No reaction yet from Everton, which
Does that
often,
tell us anything?
Well, I was going to say that to you. Often tells you something, doesn't it? I understand that perhaps Frank Lampard doesn't want to come out, or might not.
Well, he's got to
in
come
normal circumstances, but tonight I think perhaps abnormal. There was so much speculation around the Manchester City game.
Yeah.
Had they lost there and lost big, I think there was a feeling he might have to go. Well, they didn't. They got a great result, but they have lost tonight, and they've lost badly
At home.
So maybe that decision is one game beyond where we expect.
Are you suggesting that Frank's not there because he might be in discussion with the owners of the club?
I'm suggesting that I think he's got right up against it now. And by the way, I hope not.
No.
Because Everton, like so many more, need stability, and there've been too many changes there.
I said that to you the other night.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, we all of us have an affection for Frank Lampard, and it's just not what we expected from Everton at this stage, is it? And they're dangerously in trouble again.
Well, we are dangerously in trouble because if the two teams below us win their games in hand, Everton will drop into the bottom three.
Exactly.
So,
and as we know
thought.
from experience, is one thing. Getting out another entirely.
Well, they got out last year, didn't they? But I don't think there's an Evertonian around, Richard, that thought, having escaped the way that they did last year, the way we did last year, that this was going to be another year like it's been.
But and I said to you last year, Andy, when that happened, I remember the last day of the season against Coventry.
Yeah,
I remember the last day of the season against Wimbledon. You know, and on both occasions, the headline the following morning, never again. Well, it's happened too often again, hasn't it? And it happened last year, and it's happening again now. And that beautiful big stadium that they're building on the dockside. And I mean, heaven forbid that they start next year in the wrong league with it.
God, that doesn't bear thinking about. That doesn't bear thinking about. No.
But I said to you earlier, give me one name, just one player that they've signed in 5 years, and you'd say that's made them better.
Well, no. The only thing I would say, the one I can think of in 5 years, only because of how little money he caught, was with Damari Gray. He only cost $1.5 million.
Made them better.
No, he's not made them better.
Not one, really.
No, but even in this year, no, I agree with you. I think the recruitment's been shocking for more than just a couple of years. Probably for 7 or 8 years, the recruitment's been below standard. They haven't had enough, bang for their buck, if you want. You know, no one has come in. And I mean, Richarlison came in, we paid, 40 million for him, sold it for what?
50.
60, whatever it was. So you would say they made money out of him. He was better, but very few others.
Whilst we've been talking, the good news is that Frank Lampard has come out. Maybe he heard us. Let's see what he's got to say about the evening.
Frank, that was pretty grim tonight. How do you explain it?
Yeah, very disappointing. Even first half, I would say. Mistake from us for their goal, but I think in general play was pretty even. We had our chances, but then 3 goals in 6 minutes. Defensive mistakes from us, and that obviously finishes the game.
Is that what depressed you the most, the way you sort of folded in that second half?
Well, the 6 minutes, yeah, because after that the game becomes a bit in between. You know, we get our late goal. Just like 4-0, the game's done. So those 6 minutes were completely pivotal to the game with individual mistakes and collective defending issues.
How do you explain that?
Individual mistakes and collective defending. I mean, that's what it is.
The first half wasn't great, though, was it? I mean, you were 1 down. They hit the post. They looked the better side.
Yeah, I think possession-wise, even. I think they hit the post and scored from a mistake. We had a good chance early with Alex, some opportunities around the box. I felt the first half was pretty even. I think I wanted more urgency. I thought we could lift our game, but I didn't think there was a lot in it in the first half.
Were you angry with them at the full-time whistle?
No, listen, we're all in it together, so it's not a question of anger. We're disappointed. We want to win games.
In the meantime, we await further developments from Goodison Park.
Interesting.
Could be wrong, could be horribly wrong, but I fear not.